Working on a fastball, throwing hard, aiming high and a little bit outside. If it never gets dark, I'll never go inside. Number 45 on the mound takes the sign. Checks the runner on third, working down the line. Holds his breath and closes his eyes. If the game never ends, we'll never go inside. Never say goodbye to this moment. Never say goodnight. I never told him that I can't walk this road all on my own. Don't go inside, don't leave me alone.
Hey friends, and welcome back to my channel, Organized with Joy. Today's video, I'm bringing you some more fall content as I clean and decorate my porch and my entryway. This is actually a huge collaboration with a bunch of creators who have come together to share fall content. Our lovely host is Jessica Myros, and I will be sure to link her channel along with the playlist in my description box below. But let's get into cleaning and decorating for fall.
Never say goodnight. I never told him that I can't walk this road all on my own. Don't go inside, don't leave me
Okay friends, so today is also Thursday in addition to this fall collaboration video, and if you're new around my channel and don't know what that means, it is Thoughtful Thursday where I share my thoughts on a topic in the voiceover. So I hope that you'll stay tuned a little bit later on in this video where I will be sharing my thoughts.
Another night under the lights of an empty park. Long walk from the gate through the parking lot. Another night, not nearly as dark as I thought. Old man all alone in a backyard, watching satellites spin, thinking they're stars. Does that boy ever think about my life? If you ever knew, you never go inside. Never say goodbye to this moment. Never say goodnight. I wish I told him that I can't walk this road all on my own. Don't go inside, don't leave me alone. A rainbow on a rain-blown hillside, miles from home, caught at the turn of the tide, with toes in the grass and shadows seeking murky hollows home. Our heads held low and futures built of ash and bone. Inside this beating heart of mine, place to call home. A place of our own.
For today's Thoughtful Thursday, I thought it would be appropriate to talk about balancing minimal and cozy, because it's that time of year where we all want our spaces to feel cozy. Fall to me equals soft blankets, candles burning, cozy sweatshirts, and baking all of the fall goodies. But today I wanted to talk about the struggle I have had as I pursue minimalism to create spaces that are minimal but also cozy. When I first started pursuing the idea of becoming minimalist, I thought I could never be a minimalist because I really enjoy decorating our home to make it cozy and inviting, but especially around the holiday seasons. 8 years later, I'm realizing that minimalism is not a one-size-fits-all. There is no one true definition of minimalism or a box that you can put it in. To me, it just means living with the things that I use and love. With this in mind, I wanted to share with you the ways that I try to make my home cozy and inviting while still striving towards minimalism. It can be really challenging to find the balance between minimal and cozy for me, just because I love decorating and making our spaces feel inviting. But I also don't want my spaces to feel too cluttered. For me, it has just been a process of trial and error, living with decor set up and deciding how it feels and just deciding if I hit that balance. I feel like the longer I have pursued minimalism, the better I get at figuring out that balance. I do like having some holiday-specific decor pieces. However, I also like to have some items that I just leave out year-round, and I might rearrange them for a new look. Rearranging my decor helps me to keep minimal extra decor stock in my home because it feels fresh and new when I move it to a different room or set pieces up in a different arrangement. I also like having pieces that transition well into multiple seasons, so I'm not taking down all of my decor for each new season. Another way to achieve cozy and inviting spaces in your home actually has nothing to do with physical stuff at all, but it's more about making a space feel a certain way. This is the idea of hygge, spelled Hygge. This is a cultural practice that was first used in Denmark, but has been used throughout the Norwegian countries. I'm not sure if you've ever heard of this term before, but it incorporates focusing on the five senses, using different textures like pillows and blankets, using ambient lighting, having calming music playing in the background, having a scented candle burning or maybe an oil diffuser going, or even something cooking or baking in the oven. Having a delicious home-cooked meal or a homemade loaf of bread can make a space feel cozy. You don't necessarily need stuff to create that cozy and inviting feeling into your home. Another way to achieve that cozy feeling while still keeping things minimal is focusing on creating an environment where people feel welcomed, whether that's family or friends or other people who come into your home. Focusing more on the relationships, conversations, hugs, or cozying up with one another under a blanket provides that inviting feeling. Arguably, stuff just distracts from those intimate moments. Something else that makes a space feel cozy, even if it is minimal, is a space that is in order. Of course, I'm going to mention the importance of organization and cleanliness to create that cozy and inviting feeling. Chaos in our physical space can breed chaos in our minds, which does not lend to the feeling of coziness or peace. Just having a clean and orderly space can help you achieve that feeling of coziness, and obviously that is easier to do with less stuff to take care of. When I first started pursuing minimalism and would see the images in the blog posts or in videos, I wasn't sure that was for me. I didn't like the idea of living in a space that had sparse things, but now I'm learning there is a balance and I can achieve both minimal and cozy. I always love to hear from you down in the comments. Please let me know if you are trying to pursue minimalism and have that balance between minimal and cozy, or let me know how you make your spaces cozy, especially for the fall season. I hope you will stick around for the rest of this video to see how my porch and my entryway come together for this fall season.
Left my keys on the stairs. You know I do that all the time.
Okay, friends, I wanted to sit down and have a little chat. First of all, I just want to admit how hot it is out here. It is probably close to 90 degrees and not even noon yet. But I really wanted to get my porch decorated for fall. It's the beginning of September and I usually decorate for fall when the kids go back to school in August. So I was anxious to get my porch decorated, but I was kind of putting it off, hoping it would cool down. And it seems like this is as good as it's gonna get. But I did want to talk about something. You might have noticed these ceramic pumpkins that I decorated with, and I actually really wanted to decorate with real pumpkins. That was my thought process for this fall, like the vision I had. But unfortunately, stores are not carrying real pumpkins yet. I don't know when they'll come in. I don't know if that's closer to the end of September or maybe the beginning of October, but that is why I chose to go ahead and purchase these ceramic pumpkins. If you saw the video where I was decluttering my old fall decor, you might remember that I did declutter some pumpkins that I used to decorate this porch, and my thought process there was to decorate with real pumpkins, but since that couldn't happen, I just had to come up with a different solution. I actually found these pumpkins really affordably at Home Goods, and I felt good about that decision. Okay, and I also wanted to show you the mess that I need to deal with now that I took all of this off of my porch. But it would not be a video with joy if we didn't declutter something. So I am going to be decluttering this planter. I actually purchased this planter shortly after we moved into this home 14 years ago. And a couple years ago, I repurposed it and painted it. And I just feel like it has served its days and it is time to say goodbye. Y'all, I do have to share that literally a couple of days after I filmed this, I was at my grocery store to pick up a few things, and I noticed that they did, in fact, have their pumpkins out. But as I looked at them, I felt like the larger ones they had available would be a little bit too big for my porch, and the small ones seemed too small. So I ended up just deciding to go ahead and stick with the ceramic pumpkins, and I felt good about that decision in the end.
'Cause this was the best day of my life. Thanks for the best day of my life. Gold in your eyes, son, a glow on your face, like a seaside sunrise somewhere along the PCH. It's cold in New England. May that chill grant you grace, the grace to remember, sonny, that home is not a place. I'd take out a loan for just one day alone, to run back the time in slow motion. I'd sell my guitars, I'd spend life behind bars, to take one more trip through the starry night. 'Cause this was the best day of my life. Thanks for the best day of my life. Can't promise you ease.
Well, friends, that is all I have for today's video. I hope that the cleaning and decorating was motivational or inspirational for you today, and I hope that you enjoyed the chat that I shared for my Thoughtful Thursday thoughts. And please don't forget to check out the description box for the playlist link for even more fall content, motivation, and inspiration for you. And like I mentioned, I will also link Jessica Myros' channel down there as well. But as always, I appreciate you watching this video until the end, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.